I'm Bianca Dux, the executive producer here at ITC. Today I'm joined with Mark Simmons, CEO of Asia and Europe at bolttech. Mark, thanks so much for being here with us at ITC Asia. How are you enjoying the event so far?
Thanks for having me. It's been brilliant, really good. So excited to see what's going to happen and be discussed over the next few days.
Amazing. Yeah, we're glad to have you here. So in just 4 short years, bolttech has grown into 35 markets across 4 continents. What do you attribute this success to?
What? A range of things, but we've spent a lot of time developing partnerships for distribution. So we're a business-to-business company rather than direct-to-consumer. So we focus on working with manufacturers. We work with large customer-based organizations like banks or phone companies, and to enable them to be able to then provide insurance to their customers. So we provide them with the product, the technology to distribute it, and also the route to market and how to actually sell and drive those sales. So those partnerships have been a big part of our success. We've also acquired some businesses, but we've been strategic in how we've done it and careful, either to increase capability, so to bring in products that we don't have but we feel that our customers need and want, or to get into geographies that we weren't in previously. So that's been a big part of the growth, and along with that we spend a lot of time listening and talking to our business partners. So we're always trying to figure out, where do we need to be 5 years from now? We know what the customer needs are today because that's obvious. They tell us and you get immediate feedback, but what are they going to need 5 years from now? So we spend a lot of time interviewing the C-suite of our partners, but we also interview the working level, the management, the people who are actually talking to the customers and interfacing, and also the end user themselves. And every 6 months we do a 360-degree review with our partner to try and understand what's working, what are the up-and-coming needs that we aren't yet addressing. And then from that, we spend a lot of time looking at our Net Promoter Score. So when our customers claim, which is ultimately the service we're providing, how frictionless is that? What's the success rate? How does the customer feel about it? Did we really fulfill the needs that they expected to be fulfilled when they bought the protection? And then when they claimed or used that service, maybe, a year or 2-3 years afterwards. So by focusing on that, we've been able to grow the business and hopefully beyond where we are now.
Sure. So what are you finding are the biggest challenges right now across the landscape?
So I think balancing and I was talking about this earlier this morning, balancing the innovation which is required for us to deliver what the customer is going to need, and that's in artificial intelligence, it's in products, whilst also balancing margin, and then the price that the customer is paying. So, and sometimes those conflict. Innovation is expensive, but if that all gets passed on to the customer day one, then it's not a good proposition for the customer.
Right.
So how do you keep doing that innovation, keep it affordable for the customer, but then the business still needs to make a margin in order to grow? So it's a balancing act. We feel that we've managed to achieve that, but that's definitely one of the core challenges.
Okay. Yeah. And so what role do partnerships in the ecosystem play into the future of what you're seeing happen in real time right now?
For us, a big part. I think the partnerships provide access. And one of the other things I was talking about today was the difference between InsurTech and traditional insurers. So InsurTech, through a B2B relationship, means accessibility is less of an issue for the customers. So if you talk about a customer in, let's say, Jakarta versus the outer reaches of the archipelago and the rural areas, they don't have access to the agents and the people to be able to buy the protection that they need.
Right.
But when it's digital and it's through InsurTech, if they've got access to a smartphone, then they've got access to the protection. So those partnerships allow us to get the reach that we need in order to lower that protection gap, make accessibility there for everybody.
Yeah.
And also there's big partners spend a lot of time talking to their customers and understanding where those customers are going in the future. Partners of ours like Samsung, for example, they're looking all the time at where their needs are going to be, not just in the device, but the things around that device. Home Credit, one of our financial partners. So by talking to them, as well as the end user, we get a better understanding of what the needs are going to be 4 or 5 years from now, because whatever the customer's need is today, if we're building a product and technology to supply that, that's going to take a year or two to deliver.
Right.
So we've got to be looking 5 years out, designing today what we think the customer is going to need 3, 4, 5 years from now. And by working with these large partnerships, we find it easier to establish those needs for the future.
Okay, great. Well, I'm excited about the future of insurance. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you very much.